Okay. Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Cooking Chronicles podcast. Today we are back better than ever with some background music for the vibes. For the vibes, we have the vibes going on. Today is episode 7. So today we are going to be doing a check-in with all our members and talking about how we feel since we have started this journey. We started this journey about what? How many months ago?
Whenever the semester started.
January?
It
is currently April.
Like 3 months.
Yeah, it's already April.
Around about.
March and February went
by so fast. It's not even funny. So it's been about 3 months that we've been doing this channel, and we have been doing it for a semester long because we are currently college seniors. And so today we're just gonna go around and just talk about like what kind of progress we have made being a part of Cooking Chronicles and how our cooking journey has transcended thus far. So, but to start us off, as always, what was everyone's favorite meal that they had this past week? Could be bought, cooked, or made by someone else. And if you're having food made by someone else, let us know.
For real. I can start off. So I thought about this all week because the past few episodes I keep saying that it was something that I made for our content. And this past week, my favorite meal I had was a brie BLT. So I was in downtown Roswell. If you're familiar with the area, there's a restaurant called Fickle Pickle, and they've got really good sandwiches. The brie BLT was so good. It was on sourdough bread, I think, and then it had like arugula greens mix with some like balsamic vinegar on it, or like vinegary glaze. It was kind of sweet, but like vinegary, and the brie and all the things, and it was just so good.
That sounds
really good. And the fries were really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. So yeah, that was my favorite.
That sounds amazing.
For me, mine's also a sandwich. So I used to work in the downtown Woodstock area, and there's a coffee shop. There's also one in Canton, the same company, but it's called Bazaar Coffee, and they have a turkey BLT, and it is so good, and it's on sourdough. It's like a good like crusty loaf, and it has turkey and bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes, except it's not lettuce, it's spinach, and I don't normally like raw spinach, but it is so good. They use this garlic butter to toast their bread. It's so good, and it's like pretty small. It's like not that big, but it fills you up, and it's so yummy. And I got it with my little iced chai latte for my little lunch during work. So yummy.
You guys sound so like healthy and cute. Because what I'm about to say is about to be diabolical. I had to pull it up because I forgot what it was called.
I'm dead. I look up, I'm like, that's a burger.
So my favorite meal this past week was a burger from Red Robin's nonetheless. So
I've never been to Red Robin.
No way.
Yeah, I haven't either.
No.
Yeah, where's their Red Robin?
Are you serious? Yeah. They have some great, well, I live in Gwinnett, so
Okay.
I think there's one by here. It says, I don't know. It said there was one close here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
I'm
Oh,
gonna look it up.
coming?
That's
I
not
don't know.
close.
That's not close at all.
But what was so special about this burger?
Okay.
That makes
It was free.
Oh,
that
makes
is
it
always
taste
better.
Always.
it's gonna taste way
So
better.
it's my birthday month, and you know how at the beginning of the birthday month they always be like, "Hey, here's this, here's that." I was feeling spoiled. I was getting on my emails. I was like, "Oh my gosh,
I love it.
So then I got one from Red Robin, and they give you like a free burger if you buy like a $5 minimum purchase. So me and my boyfriend went to have lunch at Red Robin yesterday, literally, and I got their new sandwich. It's called Mad Love. So it is. I'm about to tell you all the description. Fully reloaded with pepper jack, melty Swiss, cheddar and Parmesan crisp, sweet jalapeno relish, candied bacon, freshly smashed avocado, lettuce, tomato, and onion.
Yum.
And then
That sounds
burger
bust
patty.
down.
This is, hold on, let me show you a picture. This is the picture.
Oh, wow, that is-
And I kid you not, it actually looked like that in real life. I was shocked.
Yeah.
Red Robin Burgers, I can't believe, if y'all get the chance to go, because to be honest, I'm surprised it's not talked about more, because I feel like Red Robin makes really good like burgers. Like they're very like fresh and juicy. Like I like them. And then they have like unlimited sides. And I always get like the garlic fries. The garlic fries are really, really good.
Ooh, I love garlic.
And yeah, that was,
Yum.
it was free, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
it tastes even better.
so it tastes even better. That was my favorite meal.
That sounds so good.
So for me, I've been like experimenting with like how to cook eggs differently for like the past month. So for I think 2 days ago, I made ham, egg, and cheese toast. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
How did you
those
make
sound
it? Did
good.
you just do over easy for the
Yeah.
eggs? Oh. Do you like your yolks runny?
Yeah.
I love my yolks
I
runny.
love them.
I love when you
dip.
bite into it
And
and
it
it
goes
just.
Yeah.
And then you can dip the.
Yeah.
I
She's
love
thinking
it so
about it right now. Yeah, it is really good.
So for me, it's a place in Warner Robins. It's called My Father's Place Pizza, and it's like the only location, but it is the best pizza like you'll ever have. It's
What's your
amazing.
go-to, or like what? Do you get anything special?
Nah, I
Just,
mean
like-
just pepperoni slices, but
But if they do
They
it right,
always
if a
hit.
good pizza place does pepperoni or
Right.
like just regular cheese, right?
yeah.
New York pizza.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's in New York.
There's a pizza place. There's a few different locations around like northern metro Atlanta area. I don't know about south, but there's one really close to here. Anyway, it's called Pizza Love Pizza. If you've ever
I've
been,
heard of it.
I love it. My apartment complex gives us like a deal with it, so I get like $5 off my pizza order, which is so slay. But my favorite pizza from there is called the Grateful Cowboy. It has, I don't know what it has on it, but it's so good.
Peace, love, love.
Not me saying peace, love pizza. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. So sorry, guys.
It's like it's gonna take 2 business days.
You do need to know. Okay. I think it's a Jammin' Up specialty pizza. Maybe.
What's it called?
Wow.
Grateful Cowboy. Okay, so it's got ricotta sauce, mozzarella, steak, bacon, red onions, mushrooms, provolone, and A1 steak sauce on it. I get it without mushrooms because I'm not a big mushroom girly.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I've tried so many times to like mushrooms, but something about the texture just like
It's just not
like
good.
I
Even
like,
trying cutting it,
I've tried
it's
everything.
crazy.
Like
To
yeah,
me,
this,
like
the
when you
feeling
gotta,
of it, you're like,
I'm like that don't feel right.
no, right?
This-
It's like there's something
this
like
ain't right.
rubbery and like weird about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Heard about eggs? Heard about mushrooms?
yeah, no, literally. But the Grateful Cowboy is so good. Y'all should try it.
That sounds good.
Is it only in Atlanta or is it like a big old chain?
It's not like a big chain. I
it
think
might, it might be in the southeast or something.
yeah, there's one in Marietta, there's one in Woodstock, there's one, I think in Roswell. I don't know where all the locations are. We can look it up. But
So I have a really random combo that you just made me think of with that I didn't know what y'all think about this. This is funny. I'm exposing myself. Not really, but like I don't know. Anyways, okay. Has anyone ever tried? So my favorite fries are like the steak fries, like the thick steak fries. You know.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever? You're ready to be disgusted.
I don't like steak fries. I hate steak
yeah,
fries.
they're not the best fries there are.
They just don't.
There's
never feel
better,
fully
but they're
cooked.
still good.
Yeah, because the middle is so like soft.
Yeah.
And the outside is never like
It's
crispy
not,
enough.
yeah,
like,
I like
it's-
I like my fries crispy and seasoned.
I
It
like
depends where you get them, I
shoestring
think.
fry.
Yeah, this is really good.
Texas Roadhouse, they're always so good there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
those are the
best place.
specific ones that I don't like. I
What?
hate
Oh my god.
I like
Okay.
it. Anyways, okay.
Hear me out. Fries with steak sauce.
Yeah.
That
No,
sounds
that is
sounds
how I eat them when I'm
normal.
at
Texas
Texas
Roadhouse.
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 Like, yeah, no.
Okay,
that's
I didn't know if that was valid or not. Yes, I love. I like when I was younger, I used to love fries with steak sauce. I haven't done it as much recently.
Yeah, I feel like that's normal.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah,
tried
that's
that,
not
but it
that
sounds
bad.
good.
Like, I mean, it's like when you have like meat and potato, like steak and potatoes, and like the steak stuff
Yeah.
gets on the potatoes, and it's just like enhanced.
Like mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite fries are though? Like if you like get it out, is I feel like when you get like wings and you get like the crinkle fries on the side, especially if you get it like fresh, it'd be like crispy and fluffy.
Really?
What's your favorite fry then?
Double batter fries. Double fry. Like, what is it called?
Wow.
Batter fries. It's like, think of like,
Where do you get
I'm trying to
those?
think who has
I
them.
don't even know.
They're just like extra crispy and good, but still like light, fluffy in the middle. Like Wingstop has really good fries.
Oh, they do. I was gonna
Checkers
say.
has those
Oh,
fries.
Checkers.
Like, you know how they're like extra
Number
crispy?
one.
It's like
Yeah.
they have double
Okay, I
layers.
know
Wait,
you're
but are
talking
Wingstop fries actually good?
Yes.
I've never
They
been
are.
there, so I
Wingstop
can't-
fries are good.
Wingstop in general.
Maybe this is what we do for the live event.
I just think it's
Just
just
try
it's just
different
a
fast
tad
foods.
bit overhyped. I just feel like sometimes the fries are soggy. I love me like the voodoo
You
fries.
gotta
though.
eat them my
Like,
way.
Now Freddy's fries are the best.
Five
I
Guys
will-
fries.
Yes, that's
Five Guys
it.
fries are
That-
the
Okay, this is gonna
They're
be
worth
a
the
really
money.
hot take, and this is not my personal favorite fry out there.
I got my fist up.
She's a,
But
What are you about to say about
hear me
Five
out.
Guys?
No, not about Five Guys. This is a fry I like, but it's definitely not my favorite. Like, I know it's not that good, but I love it. It's the Cajun fries from Cookout.
No, I get those every time.
There's too much
love
seasoning,
them.
and I just feel like I'm eating baby powder. So like,
Oh yeah, my
So
stomach
here's
hurts
another
a
hot
lot
take.
after it.
The way I eat my favorite way to eat my French fries, and I think this is why my French fries were so good when I had them with this sandwich. I know this is weird. I think it's like a French thing. My dad told me. I don't know.
with mayo.
Yeah,
I
I
would say
love
like a very European thing.
Like-
my French fries with like a little bit of mayo and then ketchup.
Yeah.
So the mayo at this pickle place was so good for no reason. Like literally the best mayonnaise I've ever had. But yeah,
Isn't aioli
Cajun.
mostly mayo?
yeah. But Cajun fries with mayo and ketchup together to dip in, so good.
I'm not a big mayo girl.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of it on my sandwich. Like
I'm saying it's just like a little bit with the ketchup.
I can't remember. I think I went to, isn't it Taco Mac? I think it is. I don't know. That serves like an aioli with their fries or something. I think they have like garlic parm. Or was it?
Bad Daddy's.
Actually, it might be a different tavern. I'm just
Yeah, because I go to Taco Mac all the time.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think it was a different one.
Bad Daddy's has pretty good truffle fries that they serve with
I love
truffle garlic aioli.
I love a good aioli.
I love truffle, garlic, parmesan, fries. Any those 3 words in there, I'm getting it.
Yeah, those are my
Like,
favorite fries. Actually, I changed my answer.
That's my go-to. Like,
fries
there's
are
this
definitely on
Italian
the
restaurant in Ponce City Market. If you guys have ever
I
been,
love Ponce.
there's an Italian restaurant there that does these like smashed finger potatoes things, and they're like garlic parmesan, and I don't know. I go there all the time too.
Where is it?
In Ponce City Market. Bellina. It's this place.
Bellina Alimentari.
Just look up Italian place Ponce City Market. I think it's the only Italian place there. Are you okay? Did you hit your funny bone?
Oh no.
It's not funny.
It's
a moment of silence for her funny bone.
It's the 3rd time I've done it in the last 2
Really?
days. The other day, my dog was like chewing his bone. He likes to fling it
Oh
across the
no.
Oh,
my throat
he
for
does
himself,
that
and he
too.
just threw it at my elbow, and I went.
Oh.
All right, so let me ask you guys another honest question. Let's be honest here. Do you guys prefer cooking at home or eating out?
It honestly depends on
Yeah.
the mood for me.
But like, what is your most like tendency to
Eating
do?
out.
For me, it's eating out, 100%.
Probably, but it's like
By choice or by circumstance?
choice. Like if I had to.
If I was better at cooking, I think
It
maybe
really
at
just
home,
depends. Like
but-
it almost is fully on the mood. Like recently, like because I'm finishing up my last semester, like I'm just so busy, and when I get home, I don't want to sit down and like cook. But if I have time, then I love to cook and like try new things. But like I'd rather go out and try a new restaurant or like try new food that somebody else cooked. But it's really more dependent on the mood for me.
I feel like I cook more than I go out. Not necessarily by circumstance, but like also the things I cook are not always like the most fun. Like it's like I've got pasta, like protein pasta and sauce. Like that's for dinner. I don't want to go out.
Yeah.
But when I've been eating out recently, it's by circumstance. Like, I didn't bring lunch to work. Looks like I'm going next door to Jimmy John's.
Oopsies.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
taking myself a little treat.
Right. So, but I do like eating out. But I feel like when I eat out, like I would rather whichever one. This is my answer. I like to do it with people.
Okay.
Like if I'm cooking, I'd rather cook with like a friend. Or if I'm like eating out, I'd rather like go sit down and like get
up with
food
a
with a
friend,
friend
yeah.
or like whatever, or family, whoever. I just like I enjoy eating my meals with friends, people.
That's fun.
My dog's great too, but like he doesn't talk back to me, so.
You just talk really time.
No, yeah.
Oh, really?
Huh? You gonna give me some?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like both, but I feel like cooking's more fun. But I don't know.
Jim's gonna start. I definitely think I tend to eat out more in general. Just because I have a very I'm just always commuting everywhere. I feel like I'm always driving different places, so I think I tend to like rarely actually be home to like cook a meal.
During meal times. Yeah.
Also, confession, I actually hate cooking. I
We were coming up ideas for this project. I was like, we can just
7 podcast episodes later, 3 months into it. I have a really strong dislike for cooking. I tend to get really frustrated.
Okay, no, I
Me confessing. I just tend to get really frustrated really easily, and I don't have like a natural I don't have like a natural feel, I guess, for like seasoning food and stuff. Like I will cook for hours and be like, oh, I put all the like right things. I'm pretty sure I did it right. And then like my chicken will be dry and chewy, and I'll be like, oh, what did I do wrong? Like what the hell? So I try not to cook out. I mean, I try not to cook at home. Not that I try not to. I just like dislike doing it. Like if you have the choice. Yeah, if I had the choice, I would eat out because.
But like you can't if you need to.
Yeah, I'll cook at home if I need to, which I mean usually I have to, but unfortunately, but I actually don't.
Wow.
However, I will say
confession hour.
I will say, going to our next question. So the next question for everybody is, how does everyone feel their cooking skills have developed and changed since the beginning of the semester, since the beginning of like this project? And I will say that I feel like I have grown to be a bit more positive when it comes to cooking. Like I'll still sit there on my phone for an hour thinking about life before I actually have to cook a meal. However, I will get around to it and actually be like a bit more positive and feel like, okay, this won't be that bad. Like all I gotta do is this and that. And like I've learned to, also I think one of my problems is that I've noticed in getting better at cooking has been reading the recipe through actually, because I feel like before I'd be like, that's easy, I can do that on my own, and I would barely reference the like recipe, and I'd just kind of like wing it and think that I'd like get it down, and so yeah, I think that sorry guys, I think that I have developed a bit like of skills to actually get make cooking more like enjoyable for myself. So I will say that. Yeah. I will say that. Yeah, guys. I cook a bit more now. Like the other day I made. I don't know if I said this last podcast episode, but because I think it was last week. But I made like fajita chicken tacos, and I was so proud of myself. I was literally cracking the joke to everybody. I was like, my ancestors was like, they were there with me on that one, because that chicken was actually juicy and had like flavor, and I was like, oh my gosh, my grandma was there with me like seasoning the chicken, because wow.
I'm dead. She said my grandma.
So improvements, guys.
I love that.
Improvements.
I love to hear it.
I'm getting better. I've been enjoying it more. But yeah, lately actually I have been making, like this past week I actually bought groceries. I looked at recipes that I wanted to cook that week. I wrote down the ingredients and I actually went grocery shopping and I actually cooked the food, and it was actually like, I actually didn't like cry at the end of it. So
that's so good. Yes!
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I feel like the hardest part for me that I found like during this process, because like spoiler alert, behind the scenes information, the way we kind of do this recently is we're like, okay, this is the topic for the week, you come up with the recipe that you're going to be cooking. It's just so hard. So hard. I don't know what I'm cooking for my next recipe meal. I've been thinking about it for days and I can't come up with anything. Yeah, it is. I just,
she's like, it's Asian week, we gotta come up with something.
Yeah,
I gotta wrap my brain.
It's so hard to like think of things, and then I feel like I just like get in the routine of like cooking the same old things. So it's been nice to like cook different things. Like, man, that lemon chicken pasta I cooked.
You were so good.
It was so good. It's worth the hype. I think everybody needs to make it. It was so easy to make and so good. But it was something I wouldn't have normally made. So, because I feel like I just cook the same things. So that's been good to like kind of push me out of my comfort zone. But I haven't gotten any better at like figuring out an idea when I need to come up with a new recipe. Drop your suggestions below.
Yeah, if you want to see us make any recipes.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I've enjoyed it.
Do you guys feel like, I guess everybody else, have you guys felt like also you've been kind of like cooking more out of your comfort zone, like different recipes and stuff than you would usually do?
I guess for me, it's like I was like pretty like right before we started like actually filming the content for this stuff, I was like cooking almost every single night, and then as soon as we started filming, I was like, where did all of my ideas go?
No, literally.
Literally, like the day before I filmed one time, my boyfriend and I made chicken parm from scratch. Like, we fried the chicken and everything, and it was so good. And then the next day, I was like, oh, I have to film something, and I was like,
I don't just want to make it again.
What's your favorite thing to do?
No, literally.
So I feel like this whole process, it's been a little bit, I'm much more of like, kind of going back to like whether I like eating out or cooking, it's like kind of more dependent on my mood, and it's kind of just like forced me to be in the mood to cook, which like doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, I have to cook. I don't want to cook. Like I just want to go out and eat. I don't have like time to do it, or like I just don't have the energy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of made me like about cooking more, but also like once I do it, I'm like, oh, look at this little meal that I made. I can just feed anybody I want to. Like I could have a family right now and I could feed them. They wouldn't die. They wouldn't starve.
It also like takes longer to cook when we're having like film and stuff, which also makes it maybe like
One hand cooking, one hand
I literally
trying to get the angles.
I was trying to mix the Chick-fil-A sauce and I kept doing it and it just kept moving. I was like,
I saw it, and when I was editing it, I was like, okay, what clip am I gonna use from this? Because this bowl is running away
like-
from her.
I was like this, and then my dog was like crying at the door to be let in. I was like, shut up. It was so much. Shut up, Mom is filming.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What about y'all?
Yeah, what about you guys? You guys
Have
haven't
you guys
been
been
as involved
inspired
in like
to cook?
the content creation as much.
For me, it's like I've never really hated cooking. Like I like doing it. I'm just like I don't have any of the ideas. I don't know how to do it. So I think this really has helped me with that. Like last week we talked about like all the different techniques you can do in cooking. I didn't know like any of that stuff. So I think I
did
could.
you try the lemon garlic pasta recipe?
No.
We were
Apparently I need
last
to.
day, and
It's been
Mackenzie's
talked
gonna be
about.
like, did anybody? You know what? You should bring
That's
your
what I'll do
You
this
should bring your
weekend.
lemon
I'll
garlic
make
pasta
that.
to the trial so that we can try it.
That would be-
because
Make sure none of them have any like dairy or gluten allergies.
yeah, I didn't ask them.
Because we can make a gluten-free version or something.
Yeah.
What else can we do gluten-free? There as well.
Yeah.
To be finalized later.
TBD.
TBD. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's about it. Like I liked all the ideas. I think I've definitely gotten some inspiration. So
Have you actually like made anything recently?
last week I was gonna do it for the meal of the week for next podcast. So I guess I'll not talk about it too much. But it was good. It was So my favorite place in the world is Nuke's Eatery. It's
Okay.
so good. And their mac and cheese specifically, it's like 5 cheeses. It's the best thing ever. So
Yeah.
I replicated that. So it is.
Copycat.
It's top notch, yeah.
Yeah.
Copycat for sure.
Copycat
but
recipe.
It was good.
What about you? You said you've been like working
Yeah.
with eggs.
It's like
I'm convinced Napoleon's favorite food is eggs. Is it eggs?
Have you made eggs Benedict?
Eggs are good.
I try,
Okay.
did not go
Didn't work. That's hard. I
Making
feel like.
the hollandaise sauce is hard.
Yeah.
So you don't want it to like.
But since starting the podcast and everything, I've been more open, like interested in cooking. So like, since I still live at home with like my parents, I just help with my mom to see what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been like more involved in the kitchen with her though?
Yeah, I help her out with like cutting and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Being involved, I feel like in the kitchen with your mom is like the best way to learn. I feel like that's how I learned
Yeah.
so much, like growing up, and like why I like cooking now is because I would hang out in the kitchen with my mom, and she was a big help. I won't lie, I'm gonna be really honest. So the animal style fries that I made, which they were good. I didn't really know what to expect because like I've never actually been to an In-N-Out.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like,
No.
I know. I was like, maybe
Yeah.
she's been to like Cali's and stuff.
Yeah, no. But I am going to Washington in July, so like that was a little bit of the inspiration behind it. I'm gonna go try it then when I'm
Okay,
out
yeah.
there.
Compare.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll let you guys know. But I had to caramelize the onions, and we had just talked about that like 2 days before, and I was a little nervous about it. It went great. It was really not that bad, but I was like stirring it and Mom, like, is it going too long?
Mom,
No,
I don't.
Yeah, I like kept thinking I was gonna like burn them because they get really dark, and I'm like,
they look.
they look like it looks like you're gonna get close to burning, but like you're not. Like just keep going and turn it down if they get like black. But they were so good.
That's good.
The thing that actually surprisingly was a pain in the butt and didn't go well for that was making the French fries, which is so embarrassing.
Really?
So I was at my parents' house, and it was such a long day too. And my dad was like trying to be involved because my mom was involved, so he wanted to help too. And I was like, I should not have done this at my parents' house this weekend. This was like Easter weekend, so I'm over there, and they just got this new oven, and my dad's like, it has a convection setting. And I was like, that's really great, Dad, because I was like talking about making them in the air fryer. He's like, no, just use the convection setting on the new oven.
Same convection setting. So
And I was like, all right, Dad, like cool. So I put it in there on the convection setting. These things were not cooking. I like literally had them in there for like 20 minutes. I was like, they're not even golden. Like I don't like. Think
they're not
anything's
golden and
happening.
delicious.
Right. I was like, air fryer is supposed to be quicker, and it wasn't working.
And it wasn't.
No. So it took me like probably 30 minutes to cook fries, which usually takes like 12.
Yeah,
I was
Does not
like,
take that long.
but they were good. Just interesting. I don't know. The relish and the sauce threw me off a little bit, we'll say.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom was never much help in the kitchen. Sorry, Mom. But like she's just not very like how do I say this? I love my mom to pieces. But like I just wasn't in the kitchen much because she just seemed like she didn't want to be there either.
Mommy, you hate that. I also do not like it.
She'd be like, but she would make like growing up, she would make this one dish called giso like all the time, and like of course being a child, I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, why are you always making giso? So she'd be mad anytime she had to make giso because she's like, y'all don't even want to eat this anyways, but I'm just cooking because I'm trying to feed y'all. And I'd be like, okay.
Whatever.
And then even then, like, she, for some reason, thinks that when I'm trying to ask to learn how to cook, she'll be like, I don't measure with measurement cups. We don't do that. We just literally.
Eyeball it.
Yeah, we just eyeball it. You measure with your heart. And I'm like, but I can't. Like,
What is my heart
this has
telling
no
me?
seasoning. I'm like,
I'm so guilty.
my ancestors are not being with me. And she'll just be like, well, I can't help you. You just gotta season it. You just gotta throw it in there. I'm like, okay, I don't know.
I'm gonna add that as a disclaimer to some of the recipes that I've put out there, I guess, on what my measurements are, because I do not measure with measuring cups
I
or
don't measure
anything. I
either.
just kind
I'll
of
be
like
like,
throw it and taste it.
A
And eyeball it.
teaspoon of this, and I'd be like,
Yeah. That seems like about right.
A pinch.
Yeah. I know, like a heavy pinch of salt. I said on one of them recently.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny how you said that about the oven because when I was making that fajita chicken,
When I was making that fajita chicken.
sometimes the southern really comes out there. When I was making that fajita chicken, I cooked it in the oven, and when I cooked it in the oven, I think I put it in a different tray than was in the recipe. So I had put it in the oven, I think for like the recipe I think said 10 minutes, which I was a little sus already of to begin with because I was like, that's like really like fast to like be cooking in the oven, but it was at 425, so I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna like heat up faster. But I think you're supposed to put it on a flat tray, and I put it in like a glass bowl, or like a
You put a glass bowl in the oven?
not a glass bowl, like
The baking dish.
Casserole.
yeah, like a casserole dish. Yeah, that. So I put it in that, and when I did, I was like taking the chicken out. I was like, okay, the chicken's ready, babe. Like, let's eat dinner. And I look at it, and I'm like, the chicken's pink.
The chicken is still hot.
And so like we kept putting it back in there, and he was like, I don't know, I want to get food poisoning. Please, is it cooked? And I was like, I don't know. Like, the recipe's gone at this point. I said I gotta make it happen, make it work, and I just popped it in there for like another 10 minutes. It was. We did not get food poisoning, and it actually came out really good.
Okay.
So yeah. Yep. Of course, last question. Has anyone had any recent cooking fails besides my non-cooked chicken?
My cooking fail would be those French fries, which feels so stupid, but I was like, these are literally French fries I'm cooking in the oven. This should not be this.
Hard.
Yeah, and it was like so late at night, I was so over it. I just about like, I would not have finished making it, I don't think, if I wasn't filming it for this class.
I feel like an oven is so much more tedious than an air fryer though. I feel like air fryer is just like, boom, throw it in there and cook.
Because it heats up so fast. Obviously, you have to
And it still comes out pretty good in an air fryer.
No, they come out better in an air fryer.
I feel like an air fryer is a college kid's best friend.
Oh, so right.
A beginner cook's the best
You can
friend.
literally cook. You can cook your protein. You can
That's where I cook my
like,
chicken, yeah.
everything. Yeah. You can do salmon in there. You can do little meatballs in there.
Because whenever I try to fry chicken or put it in the oven, it's just like, I'm fighting it.
And it's great for leftovers too.
Yeah.
Leftover pizza in the air fryer.
Have you guys ever heated up like leftover fries.
I was about to say French fries in the air fryer.
Right, because usually I would just leave them at like the restaurant that I was bringing because I'd be like, I don't like them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
microwaves
usually-
are bad. So
Yeah, I usually just throw them out. I'm like, it's done for, it's gone.
No,
After
in the
30
air fryer,
minutes, those
they're
fries
great.
are done. But in the air fryer,
Yeah.
they'll be like super crispy. Yeah.
It's like they're better than they were at the restaurant.
No, literally.
Man,
I don't really have that many cooking fails. 'Cause my
okay,
recipes
that's
are
cool. You're
pretty-
just, you know, perfect.
She's just so
and
perfect.
doing great. I'm glad to see you've had so much improvement here.
No mistakes. She was great from the get go.
Yeah,
She was
I've never had any cooking fails ever in my life, so. I really don't think, I didn't really cook that much this week though, because it was just like a very busy week, so it just kind of meant that I was eating out more.
I have another funny story actually about. I just thought of this. This was actually at Red Robin's too.
Same visit?
So I actually had went like a month ago or something, or 2 months ago with my family. Not my family. I went with my mom and my brother and my boyfriend, and we all went to Red Robin's. And like I said, they have bottomless sides. So we had all ordered a burger, and it was my mom first time there. She's like, "Oh my gosh, the burgers are so good." My brother's like, "Wow, the burgers are so good." And they have regular fries and stuff, and then we're all like, all right, like we want another like round of like fries because they give you like a small batch each time. So we're like, okay, let's get another like round of fries. So I'll get another round of fries, and she brings like all the fries, puts it down on the table, and then we all start eating fries. Like, oh my gosh, these are like fresh, they're hot. Like, wow, they probably just made them. And then my brother's about to eat his, and he like picks one up, and then he's like, we're like, what? And he's like, my fry's cold. And I was like, what do you mean it's cold? And we're like, oh, like maybe like it's not cooked all the way. And we're like, let me see. I grab it. It was not cold, y'all. It was frozen.
Oh my
that,
God.
I don't know how it got mixed in with the cooked fries because the rest of them were like piping hot, like freshly
It's just
cooked.
that one.
It was
Like
just that
in
one.
his basket?
Yeah, like
It must have like slipped when they
it
were
must have
plating
slipped
it or
somewhere at
something.
some point. I don't know how it happened, but it slips at some point that fry was literally like frozen. Not even, it didn't even touch. It probably was not even close to the oil or nothing because. And we literally showed it to the waiter, and the manager came over to like, hey, like I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. Blah blah blah. And we were just laughing because we're like, why the hell are the rest of these fries piping hot? And there's like
Just
one
one
completely
ice
frozen fry, and we were just like, what the heck? And then we're like, we'll give you another batch of fries. We're like, we're leaving. It's okay.
Aw. That's funny.
Yeah, that was funny. I feel bad for my brother. He was just like, yeah. Have you guys had any cooking fails recently?
I mean, it can't really be counted as a fail. It's just like I make those quesadillas a lot that I did for the first video, and it takes so long sometimes when it's windy. I did not realize that the Blackstone would not heat up when there's wind. When I was filming the first video, actually, I did it twice because I didn't get good footage. It took like an hour to cook that.
Oh
Like,
wow.
That's crazy.
And
It
it's
was
so
so
windy here, too.
frustrating. And then it takes forever to clean it as well. It's
Yeah,
just
no.
not fun.
Wow.
So.
That was crazy.
Any fun egg stories? Sorry, I just heard. Anytime.
All I'm thinking about is the oval rice.
Yeah.
Oh god. I don't have any cooking fails, but I have a funny story about when I went out one time. I went out to this there was a bakery that just opened in Duluth. And they had these katsu sandwiches. I'm sorry. They had these katsu sandwiches. And they were pretty cheap. They were like $5 each. So I went in, I placed an order for one sandwich. I waited there for an hour and a half.
Ooh, yeah.
And like,
You are better than me. I would have
I would have
raised
left
hell.
after 30 minutes.
It's like your Chick-fil-A.
The reason why was because the lady in front of me, she ordered 30 sandwiches and 30 drinks. Like,
Did she
Why?
eat
She didn't
them?
think to call ahead.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna
Yeah,
order that
that's
much,
so rude.
I'm surprised they even let her order
Yeah,
one.
no.
But also, I feel like, as someone who's worked in a restaurant before, not that I know everything, but I'm saying, like, I get it to some extent. I feel like if you ordered one sandwich and she ordered 30, they could have prioritized the
Probably.
one because she should have been expecting to have to
Yeah.
wait a while.
Yeah, no, they should have prioritized.
And then
I
it
mean,
makes
that's
them
what
look bad
we
because
did,
everybody else
yeah.
is waiting an hour and a
Right.
half.
Because that's what we did when I worked in fast food. Is they would like, if we had a big order. There was one time somebody came in and ordered 80 sandwich meals during lunch rush when we had like the line, and so it was like you just like, you tell them, hey, it's gonna be a little wait, and like slowly add onto theirs while still pushing out
Right.
sandwich for
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah.
An hour and a half is crazy for one sandwich.
And like, I didn't want to get like,
Was
I was
it worth
angry, but like, I didn't want to get
Was
mad
it a
at
good
Ellen,
sandwich?
because it was just a
Yeah.
mom and dad working.
Aww.
Like, it's
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
Yeah, they should have prioritized yours.
Yeah.
But was it worth the wait?
It was so good.
Would you go back?
At the end of it, it was like,
wait that long?
This is so good. I
So
can't
mad,
even
but
get it
Oh my goodness.
though. Would wait again, maybe on a good day.
That's funny.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Do we have anything else? Reddit stories?
I think so.
Did anybody find any Reddit stories?
I think we can do that next week.
Alright. Everybody good?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to this Cooking Chronicles podcast. We hope you enjoyed hearing about our journey and doing this series for you guys. And yeah, we look forward to our final episode next time. And yeah.